And then you see when you add somebody from the outside, it helps you get better. So I think that you don't know how it's going to play out. You don't know what's going to happen between now and Monday. All we know is that we have a game tonight against the Diamondbacks, and we're going to go out and do our best to win it.
How much of this comes down to chemistry? How concerned are you about adding, subtracting when it comes to the clubhouse?
It's always a concern, but this group of guys, we've already been through a lot this year. We've already made one major trade earlier this year, and it takes a little bit of time for that new clubhouse to mesh. But when you've got guys like Austin Hedges, Jose Ramirez, Stephen Kwan, David Fry, when you've got guys like that in your clubhouse, you don't worry about that chemistry because it's already so strong that they're going to embrace whoever walks through the door and meet them with welcome arms.
Boy, you look at what kind of is basically the final 2 months of the regular season. This is as wild as it gets, at least in the American League, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody's in it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun these next 2 months because...
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
If you're feeling crabby, check out some of these wild and weird moments from around the league.
Sid's going to tag out Bowers, who had the crab crawl back toward first base.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout?
Of course, catching it is one thing.
Whoa! Go through the 5-hole?
Yeah, it sure did. Now that's what you call really struggling.
Now let's see some animal instincts on display in the field.
Nico! Behind the back, what a play!
Get a load of this.
Say hey, Austin Martin right. He made an incredible catch! And a liner caught by a leaping Bobby Witt Jr.
No question about that one.
Robles over, goes to a dive, and makes a tremendous catch.
Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball. Oh, highlight reel stuff from David Hamilton.
How about that?
About 10 minutes away from tonight's first pitch here at Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Time for the pitching matchup. The Arizona Diamondbacks going with rookie left-hander Mitch Bratt, making his 5th major league start. So far, he's 0-1 with an ERA of 6.32. He was a trade deadline deal acquisition from the Texas Rangers a year ago, a former 5th-round draft pick of Texas back in 2021. Bratt hails from just outside Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He'll be opposed by right-hander Tanner Bibee. Bibee pitching well, 4-10 the record, but his ERA dropping at 3.89. That's after 22 starts. 2 career starts against the Diamondbacks. He's 1-0, allowing 7 runs over 10 2/3 innings. That's your pitching matchup. That'll do it for Guardians warm-up.
Marshall going back to the warning track, slowing near the wall, leaves, and he caught it. Dalton Marshall takes one away from Brady House.
Not that deep. Moniak on the move. Here's the throw to the plate. It is on line. Out at the plate. What a throw to cut down for me.
And with a dive, it's Tavares. He's able to scoop it off the green. That is a catch.
Line drive up the middle. Nunez dives. Hops to his feet. Oh, baby, what a play by Nasim Nunez.
This is line and diving at second is Cronenworth. His throw. Got him. You can hit it anywhere, but you can't hit it to the crowd zone.
And on comes Bench diving, and he made the catch. Splendiferous play by Carson Bench.
Back toward the wall, Hernandez leaps, and he made the catch. Arguably the best play he's made in the field as a Dodger. Line to third, Caminero jumps up and pulls it out of the air.
And he's able to go up and end this ball game.
Beer, and more beer.
Hey, it's like Jenga.
Broken bat for Freeland. The ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Dodger's ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "Dump Here." He's got a 62 shirt. That's pretty awesome. That's just impressive preparation. 2-run double.
.24/7 Customer Care Center.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Your life's on your phone. Your vehicle should be too. When you download the Spitzer VIP app, convenience is #1. View vehicle health. Get important alerts. Schedule service in seconds. Earn reward points. Plus, new vehicles come with complimentary oil changes and a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. It's all trackable in the Spitzer VIP app. From GPS to live chat support, 100% convenience is here 24/7. Download today. Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer. Proud sponsor of the Guardians.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Folks, get on board.
This group is really exciting. Our future is really bright.
Incredible.
The amount of resilience that we have in this clubhouse, we can deal with pressure and deal with close and meaningful games because we've played a ton of them.
No matter who's on the field, the same thing is going to be expected. Playing guards ball and being there for each other.
It's working again, folks.
That will to be on the field and want to win the game.
They know that they can overcome anything. Now it's just time for us to finish the job.
And here we go again.
Cleveland Guardians Baseball is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. Guardians and Diamondbacks getting ready for the opener of this three-game series.
Here it comes. Swung on and hit high in the air. Deep right center field. It's got a chance. Thomas at the wall, and it is off the wall, and it bounces by both fielders. Caratini scores. Lee's going to score. Royce Lewis has tripled home the winning runs.
3-2 offering. Swung on in the air, right center field and deep. Back goes the center fielder, leaping at the wall. It is caught! Oh, I don't believe it! What a catch by Dane Myers!
Dom blasts another one dead center field. An unbelievable night here at Dodger Stadium.
Sandy Alcantara on his 97th pitch gets through 7 shutout innings.
The Tigers score in every inning with a 19-hit attack. Final score, the Tigers even up this series at a game apiece.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
The bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards, and that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing. And there are a lot of people that, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, it is game number 111. Tonight, the Cleveland Guardians back home to have an all-National League homestand. Hi again, everybody. This is Tom Hamilton, along with Jim Rosenhaus and Brian Matze. And we greet you here on the shores of Lake Erie, where
Let's take a trip around baseball for a look at some of the funkiest moments from the field.
And now he slips and falls. The ball gets by him. No, it wasn't not me. No, not me.
And it hits him right in the tucks.
Pitches that took the bat right out of their hands.
Terang didn't see it.
Man, that's tough luck.
With that wand ready to wave some magic.
It goes way over Devers' head at first.
There's a big cockroach in the dugout, apparently.
But for every time you fall, you can always get right back on the horse with a fine fielding play.
Melendez over, dives, makes the catch. Off his glove, there's no way.
How about that?
A sensational catch
by Ryan Walshman. Torque meets railing and Torque wins.
It's gone! What a day!
Brian Reynolds robs Ohtani.
It's showtime.
And that might be the play of the year for the Baldoos.
How about that?
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Because he also is a guy that could be in serious demand, and they're not going to take a chance of any kind of an injury pitching Casey Mize before the deadline. So that's what's going on in the Motor City. And as one of Cleveland's top baseball executives said earlier today, look, history has shown 70% of the baseball trades that take place in the final 24 hours before the deadline. In other words, from 6 o'clock Sunday night until 6 o'clock Monday night. So keep that in mind if you're wondering, hey, why haven't we heard of any trades taking place? It usually comes right down to the final 24 hours as the sellers are trying to extract the very most prospect capital that they can get, and the buyers are hoping the prices come down. All righty, that's the latest on that front. Now we've got baseball, and we've got two teams that would be in the playoffs right now if the playoffs began today. The Cleveland Guardians would be in the playoffs as the third and final wild card team, and they'd be headed to Arlington, Texas to begin the playoffs in the best of three wild card series. The Arizona Diamondbacks are tied with Philadelphia for the two final spots in the National League, with the Cubs being the wild card leader at the moment. Cleveland, a record of 56-54, second place in the AL Central, 2 games behind the White Sox. Arizona, well, they're not catching the Dodgers. Nobody is in the National League West. Arizona's in second place, 12 games in back of the Dodgers, with a record of 57-52. Will Little, the home plate umpire. Ryan Wills at first. Jonathan Parra at second. Lance Barksdale, the crew chief, at third. There's really no breeze whatsoever, so the ball will carry very well tonight. It is warm, it is humid, and we may have a sellout before it's all said and done. Folks still coming in off the plaza onto the home run porch and heading to their seats for the start of this 3-game series. Interleague play, and Cleveland and Arizona are meeting for the 32nd time. Arizona 18-13 when playing the Cleveland Indians, or now the Cleveland Guardians. Tanner Ivey on the hill tonight for Cleveland. 27 years of age, 6'2", 215. Fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, slider, changeup. Corbin Carroll, the left-handed hitting right fielder, leads it off. Ivey into the windup, And tonight's first pitch is delivered, and it's in there, a strike. And we're underway at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario. Game time temp of 79 degrees. Bybee facing Arizona for the third time in his career. He delivers, and Carroll takes. It's in there, a called strike. Nothing into the count. 95 miles an hour on the heater. Corbin Carroll batting .251, 15 homers, 50 RBIs. The former National League Rookie of the Year. He hits out of a closed stance. The pitch, inside, almost hit him in the leg. You almost never see anybody in baseball hit out of a closed stance anymore. He's deep in the box, that front foot close to the home plate area. Now the 1-2 delivery from Bybee. And it's a little bit high, 2-2. Bybee, 6'2", 215, 27 years of age. He's pitched a lot better than his record would indicate. From the third base side of the rubber, into the hybrid windup, and the 2-2. It's down low, a curveball. Tanner comes in, a record of 4-10, but a very good earned run average, 389. Start number 23, no complete games, 6 innings to start, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings. And Tanner Bybee, a team batting average against him of a very respectable 239. Now the payoff pitch to Corbin Carroll. And he sends one sky high to left, not deep. Long run for Fry and Ramirez, foul ground, and Jose Ramirez at least 120 feet down the left field line and foul ground, makes the catch, pumps his fists up in the air every time he makes a catch on a pop-up, dating way back to a spring training in year 1 for manager Stephen Vogt, who said, hey, I hear at times you have trouble catching pop-ups. Jose constantly getting the last laugh and always pumping those fists when he makes a grab. Here's Geraldo Perdomo, and he takes a first pitch called strike. This is a Diamondbacks lineup that will have 5 left-handed batters in it. Perdomo, switch hitting shortstop. The kick and the pitch, and he just missed outside to even the count. David Fry in left, so Stephen Kwan back in center. Angel Martinez in right. Now the 1-1 pitch. Perdomo, he checks and takes a called strike. And the count now, 1-2. Rhys Hoskins at first, Travis Bazzana at second, Brian Rocchio at short, Jose Ramirez at third, and Austin Hedges doing the catching. No score, just underway here at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario. Now the windup, now the 1-2 pitch to Perdomo, and it's way outside, 2-2. Perdomo batting .228, 8 homers, 37 RBIs, but he leads Arizona with 17 stolen bases. Now the wind and delivery, and he fouled it at the plate. Another good breaking ball, and the count stays. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is a very good shortstop. Arizona's one of the best defensive ball clubs in all of baseball. They are very athletic. Outfield straight up, medium deep. Now the 2-2. And it's swung on a chopper towards short. Shoulder high hop handled by Rocchio, and he guns down the speedy Perdomo. 2 down. That'll bring up Gabriel Moreno. Boy, this guy, here's a guy maybe because he plays in Phoenix, the Western time zone you don't know enough about. He's one of the best all-around catchers in the game. He's been on base 26 consecutive games, batting .361 over the last 26 games. Right-handed hitter. 2 down, no score, and he sends one in the air to right, not deep toward the line, coming hard. Martinez, foul ground near the stands, jumps into the netting, made the catch, and hangs on. inning, which fell into the first row of seats. Oh, what a grab by Angel Martinez. Boy, he had no regard for his body on that one. What a play by Martinez. We go to the bottom.
First pitch. Swinging a line drive, shallow center. On comes Young. He goes into a slide. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Second base umpire points to the first base umpire. Blakeney says he caught it on a sliding grab. What a catch by Young. Just making sure he got it. He did. Phillies don't have a challenge, and Jacob Young saves a couple of runs with that sliding shoestring catch.
And no question, right into his glove, no short hop. Great play. Huge play.
So, after all that, the base is left loaded, a 1-1 game.
Deep center. Edmonds going back. The ball is going long. 3-run home run. Bowman shot. The Jays on the board first. In one swing, Boba makes it 3-0 and chases Shohei Ohtani from Game 7.
Breaking ball, and he was all over it.
MVP. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
With a drive, away, back and gone.
Never miss a moment with the Guardians Ballpark Pass presented by Planet Fitness. Get a standing room only ticket to every Guardians home game in August for just $59. Only at CLEGuardians.com.
It's the bottom of the first inning, and we're going to see a young left-hander named Mitch Brandt, 6'1", 190. He is 23 years of age. He'll throw the fastball, the sinker, curve, slider, changeup. And the first man he faces, Angel Martinez in right field. And the first pitch he delivers is a strike on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Brandt is making his 5th major league start. And he works from a set position, hands belled high, and he lets it rip. And it's swung on, hit pretty well toward the gap in left center, but the line drive is caught by the left fielder, Max Kepler. Hard hit, but out number 1. Brandt has been hit really, really hard in what is a brief stint in the major leagues, but my goodness, he's made 4 starts. He's 0-1, an earned run average of .632, batting average against him of .308. He's going 4 innings to start. He averages 6 walks, 6 strikeouts per 9. Jose Ramirez takes up an in, and teams are averaging 11 hits off of him in 9 innings. Outfield straight up, medium deep. Jose Ramirez batting right-handed, .237 batting mark, 10 homers, 35 ribbies, and he looks at a curveball strike. Brandt, this year in AAA, had a .241 earned run average. Now the 1-1 delivery, and it's high, ball 2, 2-1. Arizona's had a real tough time with their 4th and 5th starters. Their first 3 have been very good. Then they run into trouble when they go to their 4th and 5th starters, Brandt being one of them, and he misses down low, 3-1 the count. I mean, Eduardo Rodriguez is 10-3 with a 2.5 ERA. Kelly 8-8, ERA 4.86. Now the 3-1 to Ramirez, and it's banked foul third base side, and a full count. So, like so many other teams, Arizona's looking for starting pitching before Monday at 6 o'clock. Now the payoff pitch to Ramirez, and it's high, and he draws a walk. And again, you must have a sincere approach to being patient tonight if you're a Cleveland hitter. Look, this guy doesn't throw hard, so it's very tempting to start to chase. But he's not going to throw you strikes if you allow him to expand your zone. Here's Chase DeLauder DHing. The pitch, runner goes, pitch is high. Throw to second, perfect throw, but the ball came loose out of the glove of Perdomo. Boy, a great throw by Moreno. But the ball, Ramirez, and the tag all happening simultaneously. And Jose Ramirez, 27 steals now. He's only been caught twice. And he's trying to aggressively get Cleveland going. No score, first inning. The pitch to DeLauder, and it's outside, 2-0. Chase DeLauder is the best hitter in the American League, left on left. He is hitting .371 against left-handed pitching this year. The lefty looks back the pitch, and it's a breaking ball down and in. And the 3-0 count on DeLauder, and he may cut loose right here. DeLauder batting .280, 11 homers, a team high, 51 RBIs. Now the set, the look back, the turn, but no throw. When Brandt is in the set position with a runner at second, he's not really sideways on the mound. He's got his back partially turned toward the runner. The pitch, and it's in there, a strike. So he really has to crane his neck to his left to turn back and even see where the runner is. I mean, from here, it looks like you ought to be able to run on him or get a good jump if you're at second. 3-1 pitch, fouled back. And the count full now on Chase DeLauder. Well, for Cleveland, it's been an ongoing struggle hitting with men in scoring position. We'll see if this homestand changes that. Runner at second, in scoring position, one down, first inning, no score. Now the payoff, hit on a line towards the right fielder. Carroll makes the catch. Ramirez has to stay put. 2 down. Let's give you that defense. Max Kepler coming off a PED suspension where he missed half the year. He's in left. The center fielder, Ryan Waldschmidt, and Corbin Carroll in right. On the bases, Tim Tawa at first, Ketel Marte at second, Geraldo Perdomo at short, Nolan Arenado at third, and Gabriel Moreno, the catcher. Here's Rhys Hoskins, 0 for his last 15. Runner at second, 2 down in the first, no score, and the pitch is high, ball 1. A humid 79 degrees tonight. The temp brought to you by Gusto. Higher pay and grow your team with Gusto. Outfield spread out, medium deep for Hoskins. Now the 1-0 pitch. And it's hit foul, back and out of play. One of the oddities of this season is that Cleveland, when facing a left-handed starter, the Guardians have done very well, record-wise, even though their right-handed hitters are not hitting lefties. It's kind of bizarre, actually. Now the 1-1 to Hoskins, and he cuts and misses. Cleveland is 22-15 when facing a left-handed starter. That's outstanding. Yet Rhys Hoskins, a right-handed batter, hitting 129 against lefties. David Fry in the lineup tonight, batting 159 against lefties. Unusual. Now the turn, but no throw by Brandt. Brandt is a Canadian. He was going to play at Florida State before he signed after being a 5th-round pick by Texas 5 years ago. Runner goes. Pitch hit on a line. Deep left field. And it is off the the top of the 19-foot wall. In to score, Ramirez. Holding with a long single is Hoskins. And he barely missed a 2-run home run. An absolute missile off the top of the 19-foot wall and left. Cleveland's got a 1-0 lead. And Hoskins with his 34th run batted in. Now that's a home run in almost any ballpark that doesn't have a 19-foot wall. Wow, was that smoke. Here's Brian Rocchio batting right-handed. And he takes a breaking ball strike. That may be the longest single of Rhys Hoskins' career, or certainly the hardest hit single of his career. Off the top of the 19-foot wall and left to drive in Ramirez. The pitch hit on one hop to short. Perdomo will go to second for the inning-ending force. I'm not a big guy on exit velo, but for those of you that like it, that ball came off the bat of Rhys Hoskins at 106 miles per hour. It nearly...
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Ketel Marte leads off and takes a breaking ball strike. The switch-hitting second baseman, top of the second, 1-0 Cleveland. Into the windup is Tanner Bybee, the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Good curveball. Marte is one of the best all-around players in the game, hitting .253. Leads Arizona with 19 bombs. Leads Arizona with 61 RBIs. And 21 doubles for Marte. He's close to the plate, deep in the box, slightly open stance, the pitch, and he takes strike 3. He was guessing anything but an 0-2 changeup, and Bybee with his first strikeout. Hey, when Cleveland bats in the first 4 innings, if they have a 4-run inning, well then, by golly, Conrad's is going to give away 4 of those great Bridgestone tires to Bradley Basinger of Elyria. That's from the folks at Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. Visit econrads.com to enter. Now batting and swinging and driving one to fairly deep center field is Max Kepler. The longtime Minnesota Twin is retired by Stephen Kwan, who still had room before he got to the warning track. 2 down. Here's Nolan Arenado. Well, this guy, he's a borderline Hall of Famer and may be a Hall of Famer. When you look at the numbers Arenado has put up in his career, he's going to get a lot of consideration because he's an 8-time All-Star, a 10-time Rawlings Gold Glove winner. 1-0 Cleveland, 2 down. Second inning, the pitch. Arenado takes, it's in there, a strike. So defensively, he's one of the greatest to ever play the game when you think of what he has done at third base, primarily with Colorado, St. Louis, now Arizona. The pitch down low, and the count 1-1. 3 times he led the National League in home runs. 2 times he's led the National League in RBIs. Now the 1-1. Arenado takes a curve up and in, 2-1. This year, Nolan Arenado, who is in year number 14 and is now 35, batting .244, 14 homers, 50 RBIs. The 2-1, and it's in there. Or is it? Ooh, called a ball, and I think Cleveland's challenging. Yes, they are. Boy, that looked like a strike from up here. And the board says it was a strike. So good challenge by Austin Hedges. Call overturned. And now here's Torey Lovallo coming out of the first base dugout saying, hey, wait a minute. Did he challenge that in time? Well, Torey Lovallo, longtime manager in the Cleveland farm systems, done a great job in Phoenix. Now the 2-2 pitch to Arenado. And it's swung on, a weak ground ball to the second baseman. Lozano will throw over to first, and the inning is over. And for Tanner Bybee, that was a 9-pitch inning. 1-0 Cleveland, middle of the second. This is the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Speaking of upper body commando, no shame in their game.
Oh, it hit the bat, and then the bat hit the helmet. Trick shot.
The big kitty's here. Well, the therapy rabbit, you mean?
Oh, error on Endy Rodriguez, the Pirates' first baseman, who's fairly camped underneath it.
It's pretty cold down here, and I needed a hat. I didn't have one, so Mr. Met lent me his.
Oh, nobody caught it. Boy, all sorts of communication issues between Rojas and Sosa.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame can tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Here we go, bottom of the second. David Fry in left field will lead it off for Cleveland. 1-0. Guardians up, and the left-hander's pitch. Check swing, and Fry went around as Mitch Bratt starts his second inning of work here in Cleveland. From the first base side of the rubber, the set, and the pitch. And it's swung on, lifted high in the air to shallow center. Perdomo out, Waldschmidt in. Perdomo, the shortstop, with the grab. And that is out number 1. That'll bring up Travis Bazzana with a left-hander on the mound. And Bazzana batting 196 against left-handed pitching. He has dropped to the 7 hole tonight. Hey, when the Guardians win your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers will donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities for youth access sports right here in Cleveland. Left on left. Brandt, the pitch. And it's a breaking ball strike. This is like a World Baseball Classic matchup. Team Canada now against Team Australia. Brandt from Newmarket, Ontario. The 0-1. Breaking ball a little wide, 1-1. Travis Bazzana, the Australian, batting .244, 9 homers, 34 RBIs, 15 steals. Now the 1-1. Outside 2-1. He's had much better at bats lately against left-handed pitching, and Travis again has gotten back into that good take mode. Sometimes he can get a little too aggressive, then sometimes too passive. Right now he seems like he's in a great spot. The 2-1 and a broken bat pop-up foul out of play to the first base seating area, and the barrel of that bat went into the camera well beyond the Arizona dugout on the first base side, and then might have even gotten into the crowd. Boy, that bat was really shattered. Well, Mitch Brandt came to the Texas Rangers at the from the Texas Rangers at the deadline a year ago, then a 5th-round pick. And he came when Arizona traded Merrill Kelly to Texas. Now he's here, so's Kelly. Now the set. Now the 2-2. And a check swing just a bit outside. Arizona challenges the call. I don't know if he understood Will Little. He said, "Ew." And it's a strike. Nicked the corner. Good challenge by the D-backs. And Bazzana's out looking. First strikeout, 2 down. That'll bring up the catcher, Austin Hedges, batting .282. 4 homers and 17 RBIs.
What language is that?
I have no idea.
Charlie Brown?
Determined. 2 down, 1-0 Cleveland. Austin Hedges in that open stance digs in the pitch. Curveball strike. Hey, tomorrow night, it's the Cade Smith bobblehead giveaway. 7:15 start and a big fireworks show afterwards. Tickets available at CLEGuardians.com. Now the 0-1. And it's up. Ball 1, 1-1. We'll keep you updated if we hear any potential trade talk, rumor talk, whatever. Now the 1-1. And it's swung on, lifted in the air to shallow right. Corbin Carroll jogging in. He'll put it away, and Brandt had a 10-pitch second inning, and it's 1-0 Cleveland. 2 in the books on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
3-2 to Vargas. Got him. Fastball at 99. Back-to-back Ks for Miz.
Setting up on the outside corner, and he hit the glove. Perfect pitch by Mizorowski. Excellent command with that fastball.
1-0-1, and he finishes the inning with a strikeout. Miz with 3 Ks. Got him. Blew him away with 99. 5 Ks in the first 2 innings for Mizorowski. And he struck him out. 10 Ks on opening day for Miz.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time. It is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
1-0 Cleveland with the lead on Rhys Hoskins' RBI single. Third inning, bottom third of the order. Adrian Del Castillo, the DH. Left-handed batter, looks at a Tanner Bybee strike. Tanner Bybee, his last time out, he pitched well in Tampa, but Cleveland got shut out. He took the loss. The pitch, and it's low. Tanner Bybee now, 6 different times this year when he's pitched, Cleveland's been shut out when he's been on the mound. That's why his 4-10 record could easily be 10-4. Now the kick in the 1-1, and he backdoored him and missed with a curveball, 2-1. Well, it's obviously not for a lack of trying, because nobody works harder at getting this offense going than Grant Fink and his hitting group. The 2-1 pitch swung on, line drive, but right at the right fielder Martinez with a shoulder high catch. 7 up, 7 down for Tanner Bybee. That'll bring up Tim Tawa, the first baseman. One of the things that makes it tough, whether you're Grant Fink and the Cleveland hitting group, or really any hitting coach in his group, all these interleague games when you're seeing teams so sporadically. Tawa, first baseman, takes, it's high, ball 1. Yes, Cleveland and Arizona both train in the desert, but let's face it, we've seen it now. You wonder sometimes why we have exhibition games, because the traveling team never brings anybody of any significance. The 1-0 waved at, 1-1. Shoot, the Dodgers train 20 minutes away from Cleveland, and if they have to come to Goodyear, Dave Roberts is the only recognizable Dodger on the bus. Here's the set, or the windup, and the pitch in there are called strike 1 and 2. So a lot of times you're based on scouting reports on guys you haven't seen live yet. Tawa, right-handed hitter, batting .217. The pitch, and it's down and away, 2-2. And we'll see the Mets next. And, of course, we never see them because they train in Florida.
And as you mentioned earlier, who knows what Mets team will be here.
Yeah, that's for sure. 1-0 Cleveland, third inning. The 2-2 swung on, popped him up behind the plate. Hedges coming to the backstop, and he's out of room. Hey, when you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster. Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always working like a pro. Good catching up with President Chris Antonetti, General Manager Mike Chernoff, and Assistant GM Matt Foreman before the game tonight when their phones weren't ringing. The 2-2, and it's fouled back, and there's no question they're trying to make trades to make this club better. But again, most of the activity or the finalization of trades doesn't come until the last 24 hours before the deadline. Now the 2-2, down low, full count. The amount of trades, phone calls, deals that are talked about that never come to fruition is staggering. Bybee into the motion, and the payoff pitch to Tawa, and it's swung on, banged on the ground to third, gobbled up by Ramirez, guns it over, and Bybee 8 up, 8 down. Here's the number 9 hitter, center fielder Ryan Waldschmidt. 1-0 Cleveland, 2 down. Waldschmidt, a .276 hitter with a homer, 13 RBIs. You wonder, too, Rosie, how frustrating it must be. You may have the parameters of a deal, maybe even tonight, say, because you can go to a ball club and say, hey, look, this is what we're offering you. We're not going to add. This is our package. The pitch, and it's in their strike, and the other team may say, well, we'll get back to you come Monday.
Yeah, and then shop it around a little bit.
Yeah. That's why, here's the wind and the 0-1 down low. A lot of times you see the same teams trading with each other because there's a built-in trust. The baseball executives know, like, hey, look, when we make an offer, it won't be shopped. You know, they'll discuss it, get back to us. Also, you may know their farm system even better because you've made multiple trades with them in the past. Here's the kick and the 1-1 delivery. A swing and a miss. Good curveball. 1-2 the count.
Boy, for a while there, it seemed like Cleveland and San Diego were exclusive trading partners.
A.J. Preller goes into the deadline like it's the wild, wild west. He's just firing away. And you love that gambling approach that A.J. Preller has. We'll see what the Padres do. Right now, 1-0 Cleveland. 2 down, third inning. Bybee looking awfully sharp again. Lets it fly. And the pitch swung on and a little looping liner into center field. A base hit. So the first Arizona Diamondback to reach is the number 9 hitter, Ryan Waldschmidt, with a 2-out single to center. Top of the order, Corbin Carroll fouled out his first time up. A lot of people wonder, would San Diego trade away one of the best closers in the game, Mason Miller, and try to get the kind of package they gave up to get Miller a year ago from the Athletics? Who knows? Carroll digging in. Carroll taking strike one. He challenges the call. Says Will Little. And good challenge by Corbin Carroll. It was a ball, so the call is overturned. Carroll, one of those guys, man, he is a true 5-tool player. He's not very big. Here's the set. Here's the pitch to Carroll. And it's outside 2-0. 2023 National League Rookie of the Year. He's not very big. 5'10", 165. First round pick out of high school by Arizona. The pitch. And he fouled it at the plate. 2-1 to count. This guy's been an all-star 3 times already. And Arizona got him to a long-term contract extension. They have him signed up through 2030 with a club option for 2031. 1-0 Cleveland, 2 down in the Arizona third. Tossed to first, back with a dive is Waldschmidt.
Well, Phoenix, a big market, and some of the Diamondbacks people were saying they're real close to that luxury tax limit, and they want to be careful here this trade deadline because of that.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Runner takes off. Bybee steps off, throw to first, and picked off by 18 feet was Ryan Waldschmidt. Bybee with a pickoff, so he's faced the minimum through 3. It's a 1-0 Cleveland lead.
Hi, Max the Bald Eagle from Marathon here. We asked people if they could do an impression of me. Have a listen.
Let's take a trip around baseball for a look at some of the funkiest moments from the field.
And now he slips and falls. The ball gets by him. No, it wasn't not me. No, not me.
And it hits him right in the tucks.
Pitches that took the bat right out of their hands.
Terang didn't see it.
Man, that's tough luck.
With that wand ready to wave some magic.
It goes way over Devers' head at first.
There's a big cockroach in the dugout, apparently.
But for every time you fall, you can always get right back on the horse with a fine fielding play.
Melendez over, dives, makes the catch off his glove. There's no way. Oh, how about that?
A sensational catch
by Ryan Waldschmidt. Torque meets railing, and Torque wins. It's gone! What a play! Brian running
Reynolds robs Otani. It's showtime.
And that might be the play of the year for the Baldoos.
How about that?
Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Stephen Kwan with a left-hander on the mound, hitting ninth tonight. 1-0 Cleveland, bottom of the third. Mitch Brandt's pitch up high. Kwan this year batting just 181 against Southpaws. That's why he was dropped out of the leadoff spot. What a month of July. And it ends tonight for Stephen Kwan and everybody else. The 1-0 pitch, and it's in there. Stephen Kwan, second in the major leagues this month, batting .373 and leading the major leagues this month with a .455 on-base percentage. The 1-1. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, 1-2. Joshua Bartholomew of Kent is tonight's Hyundai Grand Slam contestant as Joshua tries to win the Hyundai Kona from your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. The pitch, outside, 2-2. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com, your chance to enter and win. But you really feel like Cleveland ought to be able to put some runs up against Mitch Brandt. The 2-2 delivery, and it's fouled off third base side. And by no means is that disparaging Mitch Brandt. He's in the major leagues for a reason. But he also has a .632 ERA. And this ought to be a guy Cleveland can take advantage of. Now the 2-2. A swing and a one-hop smash by the diving Perdomo. Base hit into left center for Stephen Kwan. And now he's hitting lefties in the month of July. So Cleveland with their second hit. Top of the order, and Angel Martinez lined out to left his first time up. Stephen Kwan's been on base now 18 consecutive games with a base hit or a walk. The amazing thing about a Stephen Kwan, he has never changed. When you go and visit with him in the clubhouse, whether he's struggling or hot. The pitch, Martinez bunts third base side. Arenado, bare hand grab, throw to first, and he gets Martinez, who was trying to bunt for a hit, but he'll get credited for a sac bunt. To second as Kwan, one down. But Stephen Kwan never changes. And boy, I'll tell you what, folks, you might not think that's a big deal. It's a big deal. In the Major League clubhouse, if you have teammates who are only in a good mood when they're going well, that'll tear a ball club up as quick as anything. Here is Jose Ramirez, walked and scored the game's only run. 1-0 Cleveland. Runner at second, one down, third inning. Brandt delivering. Ramirez taking, it's high, ball one. We'll get you a station ID here in inning number 3 of this 3-game series with the D-backs. Huge lead. The pitch up high, 2-0. I don't know how in the world Mitch Brandt has gotten to the major leagues with that set position with a runner at second and his back partially turned toward the runner. They are getting such a massive lead off of him. The pitch, swung on, lifted in the air, fairly deep center. Waldschmidt drifting back to grab it. Kwan tagging, he's going to third. Oh, here's the throw, cut off. Kwan in feet first with a slide, but now 2 down. And it's up to Chase DeLauder. Runner at third, 2 down in the third, 1-0 Cleveland. DeLauder flied out to right, his only time up. Well, how about the White Sox? They got 2 extra inning wins back-to-back off the Yankees. They're down in St. Pete. They lead Tampa tonight 4-0 in the third. The pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. The White Sox are legit, folks. Nobody goes into St. Pete and wins. They have the best home record in baseball. One nothing Cleveland. Runner at third, 2 down in the third. From the set, Brandt is ready. Here it comes. And a breaking ball misses wide. And the count 1-1. Cleveland is 18-15 against the National League this year. Arizona 14-16 against the American League. Now the 1-1. And it just missed outside, challenged by the catcher, Moreno. So far, it's not been a good night for home plate umpire Will Little, and it continues. Another call that's overturned. One ball, 2 strikes on DeLauder. Runner at third, 2 down, 1-0 Cleveland. The 1-2 delivery. And he got him swinging. So it's 1-0 Cleveland. Fourth next on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Perfect relay from Bench to Lindor to Bichette, and Ohtani outstretching a double into a triple. Second outfield assist of the night for Carson Bench. Perfect one-hop strike to Alvarez.
What a night for Anthony Siegler. Maybe his biggest as a big leaguer. 4 hits, 2 driven in.
That one up the middle. Oh! Nico steals a run. Throw back to third. And Bregman puts the tag on him. Heads up play and great athleticism. It's IQ and the athlete.
What a start for Tarek Scoop. 7 1/3, 1 run on 4 hits, 12 strikeouts, 91 pitches, and 68 strikes.
Now, Cam Schindler could not have been better tonight. He was incredible in this 1-0 game.
You know, the thing that's so impressive about all of this, 12 strikeouts, no walks.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Guardians up 1-0 as we reach the 4th inning. Here in downtown Cleveland, Tanner Bybee back at it, facing Corbin Carroll at the top of the Diamondbacks order. Here's the pitch, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. Carroll was at the plate when Bybee picked off Ryan Waldschmidt over at first base to end the inning in the 3rd. So Bybee's faced the minimum, and he has a 1-run lead to work with. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, line to the second baseman. Short hop pickup by Bazzana. Now he throws on to first for the out. 1 down. And that'll bring up Geraldo Perdomo. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Geraldo Perdomo digs in. Tanner Bybee winds it up and delivers. And And his pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton, bringing you Guardians baseball on this Friday night. Brian Motze up the street at Command Center. Overcast night now in downtown, but a big crowd. This has all the earmarks of a sellout or close to it. On a warm evening, 79 degrees at game time. And the Guardians in front, 1-0. The 0-1, way outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Perdomo bounced to short his first time up. Part of a really good double play combo for the Diamondbacks. He and Ketel Marte. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, and that's drilled to center. But right there, Stephen Kwan makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. Don't forget now, through Wednesday, visit $.bank/baseball. Enter for your chance to win a Guardian suite here at the ballpark and an opportunity to throw out the ceremonial first pitch at an upcoming game. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there. Gabriel Moreno steps in. Moreno popped out in foul ground to the right fielder, Angel Martinez. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Martinez made like Spider-Man and was up in that netting protecting the fans down the right field line. And he went right in there and made the catch.
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had a favorite.
Here's the 0-1. And that's outside for a ball, 1-1.
Would have there been like 19 Batmans?
I think so, yeah. You think kids knew that those shows were on television at one point in black and white?
Adam West.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, pulled foul outside of first.
Adam West could hardly get another job again in Hollywood after playing Batman. He was so stereotyped. Didn't seem to hurt the careers of Michael Keaton or Christian Bale. And some of the greatest actors in the history of our motion picture industry have played Batman.
Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Fastball up, 2-2.
Did Val Kilmer play Batman?
Yes. Thank you, Brian Motze.
Yes. Yeah, don't you try to be Johnny Hero.
I'm thinking of all the guys who played Joker, but
well, that'd be you.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, there's nobody better than Jack Nicholson, is there?
No. Here comes the 2-2. In tight, did that clip him? It did. It caught him on the way by. Moreno's hit by a pitch, and he's on base again. That's 27 games in a row now for Moreno. And that'll bring up Ketel Marte. Marte struck out looking his first time up.
46 straight starts. We got 26 straight games, 46 straight starts from Moreno.
Marte crowding the plate from that left side. The pitch to him. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. I'm trying to think, that were any of the Batmans filmed here? I know there were some of the Marvel movies who were filmed here in Cleveland. 0-1 the count. Here it comes. And that's outside and low.
We haven't had a movie filmed here in a while, have we? There for a while it seemed like we had those, the Speed movies, the Marvel movies.
And I believe it was Superman. They used the ballpark. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball low and in, 2-1.
Well, and they also used press dining because only Superman could have survived some of those meals.
Was that his kryptonite?
Yeah.
2-1 to count.
Whereas the late great Jack Buck said, it's the kind of food that would start a prison riot.
Well, speaking of prison riots, here comes the third base umpire. He's going to start one. The call on the field was no hit by pitch. and the Diamondbacks are challenging the call, but the base runner's over there at first base.
No, they're talking about Ketel Marte, but wouldn't you rather have Ketel Marte swing the bat rather than have him hit by a pitch if you're Torey Lovullo?
Pull a Kyle Manzardo and escape being hit by a pitch and then wallop a grand slam.
The call on the field is overturned. The batter was hit by the pitch and awarded first base. Arizona will retain their challenge.
There we go.
So are you saying that crew chief Lance Marksdale reminds you of a prison warden?
No. I might have jumped the shark on that. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I sure hope no one in his family is listening this evening. I take that back. All right, here we go. Max Kepler steps in. 2 on, 2 gone, 1-0 Cleveland, 4th inning. Here's the pitch from Bybee, and it's swung on and popped up. Shallow left center. Coming in, David Fry, and the left fielder makes the catch, and the side is retired. 2 stranded, 2 hit batsmen that inning, but no damage done, and we head to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Cleveland over the Diamondbacks.
Hey, you mind keeping it down?
Fly ball into shallow left. Diving catch, Randall Grichuk.
Well, that's a great play, but you could tell the whole time that he was running toward that ball, he knew it was going to take a dive.
Going back on a Waldschmidt, still going back on the warning track. He leaps and makes the catch. Crashing face first into the fence. What a grab by Ryan Waldschmidt for the second out.
And McKinstry digs one out to the gap in right center field.
Yes,
Cowser takes it away.
Oh, the milkman.
Holy Cowser. Forget that. Lindor puts the icing on the cake with a long 3-run homer. His second home run of the night. A 6 RBI game for Lindor. Base hit! Hits that losing streak goodbye! And good night! Griffin Conine walks it off! And the Marlins score 3 in the ninth to win it!
And now 10. How about Sale? 98. You know, he keeps a little extra in the tank for those moments.
And what makes Chris special is he's not just throwing, he's pitching at 98.
He strikes him out. Striking out the side for the second time tonight. He also, with that strikeout, hits 2,200 career innings pitched.
Blew it by him. Fastball 99. Big strikeout by Sale.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Rhys Hoskins leads things off for the Guardians. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Cleveland. Hoskins drove in the run with a single high off the 19-foot high wall and left his first time up. And he takes a breaking ball low and in from Mitch Pratt. That's how hard Hoskins hit it. He hit a screamer off the wall, and there was no chance for him to even attempt to get to second. The 0-1, and it's up high for a ball. But that base hit drove in Jose Ramirez with the game's lone run. As the Guardians hot off a series win in Cincinnati, trying to keep it going. Here's the 1-1. And Hoskins tried to check his swing. He did on a pitch low and in. Ball 2. Guardians came in 2 back of the first place White Sox in the AL Central. The 2-1 swung on, yanked foul just past Douglas Odor, the third base coach. 2-2. But they do have that third wild card spot right now by a game over a pack of challengers behind them. So this thing a long, long way from being decided. And then, of course, you have the trade deadline and expected moves by a lot of teams on Monday. Now the 2-2 just missed upstairs. Now the Diamondbacks are aggressive with their challenges. They have the second highest percentage of successful challenges on the ABS system. But Moreno did not challenge there. The 3-2 to Hoskins. Breaking ball, low and in for ball 4. Rhys Hoskins draws the walk, and the Guardians have a leadoff base runner. Now Brian Rocchio bounced into a fielder's choice his first time. MLB's Journey to 30 sweepstakes is underway, presented by T-Mobile. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 Major League ballparks. Go to MLB.com/Journey to 30 sweeps. Here's Rocchio, switch hitter, right side. Bratt, the lefty, delivers. And his pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Bratt, originally drafted by Texas back in 2021, a 5th-round pick. Turned down Florida State to go pro. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, looped foul and out of play. First base side. He played his youth baseball in the Toronto area. But some summer ball in the States, and that's how he really got on the radar for the Rangers. And then acquired last summer by Arizona. Here's the 0-2. Up high. 1-2 the count. And Tom mentioning earlier that it's obviously inexperienced. The rotation, projected rotation for the Diamondbacks, shredded by injuries. They have some major injuries among starting pitchers. The 1-2, swung on, popped up foul and out of play. And the count's now 2-2. Corbin Burns, he's been out all year, coming back from Tommy John surgery. Might be available the last couple of weeks of the season. Zach Gallen, he's had some injury issues. Ways from being ready to pitch again in the big leagues. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, tapped foul at home plate. And we'll do it again on 1-2. Ryan Nelson, another one of their starting pitchers. He's been out due to injury. So that for Mike Hazen at the top of the Diamondbacks baseball ops department. They need starters to try and bridge that gap until the others can come back. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, popped him up, foul, first base side. Giving it a look is the first baseman, Tawa, but he's out of room. That's a couple of rows back. Time for tonight's Cleveland Clinic message. And a primary care doctor helps you stay healthy with preventive care, early detection, and ongoing support. Take charge of your health. Visit clevelandclinic.org/primary care. 1-0 Guardians, bottom of the 4th. Bratt delivers, and it's ripped to third. Backhand pickup, Arenado throws to second for 1, on to first, double play. Not every third baseman starts that double play, but when it's Nolan Arenado, of course he does. He is one of the best and has been for a long, long time, and made that look easy. So 2 down, base is empty as the Diamondbacks go around the horn on the twin killing. David Fry will step in. He popped to short his first time up. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the pitch. Low and in for ball 1. A run on 2 hits for Cleveland. Arizona, no runs, just 1 hit off of Tanner Bybee. Now the 1-0 from Bratt. Outside and high for a ball. The changeup. 2-0. 7:15 first pitch tomorrow night for game 2 of the series. Parker Messick back on the hill for the Guardians against lefty Cole Drake. The 2-0. Down low, ball 3. Sunday, a 1:40 start to conclude the series. Gavin Williams against Merrill Kelly. Their pitching matchup Sunday afternoon at 1:40. Now the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. He missed badly. And Fry earns the second walk in the inning. Double play stemming the tide on this rally for the time being. We'll see if the Guardians can get it going with 2 down. Travis Bazzana, the batter. Bazzana struck out his first time up. Guardians with a 1-0 lead, bottom of the 4th. The set by Pratt. Here's his pitch. And it's outside and low for ball 1. And this has been that area where Rattle will have a strong inning or two, but then command issues crop up. And before you know it, it's a tough outing for him. Here comes the 1-0. Nope, throw to first. Lobs it over there, and back safely is Fry. Travis Bazzana. He was on base 6 out of his 13 plate appearances over in Cincinnati, walking a little bit more. Here's the 1-0. Strike called on the inside corner, and the count's now 1-1. And here he is past the All-Star break now in his initial Major League season, and Bazzana putting up really solid numbers across the board. The 1-1. Swung on, bounced slowly to the first baseman. Nice backhand pickup by Tawa. Takes it to the bag in time for the out. Side retired. We head to the 5th. Guardians 1, Diamondbacks nothing.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where are you going? He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Man, does Tanner Bybee look good tonight. He has a 1-0 lead heading to the 5th, facing Nolan Arenado, who bounced to second his first time up. And it looks like there is a pitch comm device issue for Bybee and or Austin Hedges as catcher. So the bat boy brings out a new device, and we'll hope that gets it squared away. Our injury report is presented by the lawyers at Elk & Elk. For a team of injury lawyers dedicated to every client every day, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Good to see Ben Lively, who is in town finishing up his rehab from Tommy John surgery, and he has begun pitching in the minor leagues. And he threw yesterday and said the results were just okay, but he feels great. His velocity is good. Now it's just refining his pitches as he makes more appearances. Now we're ready to go. The pitch to Arenado. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Good cutter that time from Bybee. Arenado, 14 homers, 50 runs batted in. Bounce back year of sorts after a difficult season a year ago in St. Louis, and he counts one foul outside of third. He had a shoulder injury that limited him to just 107 games, and that is really unusual for Nolan Arenado. He's one of those players who you can book it close to a full slate every year of 162. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, and he blasts it high and deep, but foul down the left field line and out of play. So 0-2 the count on Arenado, to be followed by Adrian Del Castillo and then Tim Tawa in the top half of the fifth inning. Here's Bibey's 0-2 pitch. Swung on, and that's drilled down the left field line. That ball drops foul as it headed toward the corner. Another 0-2 pitch coming. So good to see Ben Lively. Also on the injured list for the Guardians, Sean Armstrong with that calf injury sustained down in Tampa. He still has that walking boot going. Now the 0-2 from Tanner Bibee. Swung on, and that's blooped to shallow right. Out goes Bazana, and he makes the running catch in shallow right field. Good range there by the Guardians' second baseman. One gone for Adrian Del Castillo. He's the designated hitter. Del Castillo, left-handed batter. Bibey in a really good rhythm here tonight. Still has allowed just one hit. The pitch outside for ball one. Now Bibey right back to it. Here comes his 1-0 delivery. Swung on. There's a chopper foul over to the Diamondbacks dugout. And it's 1-1 on Del Castillo. Had been down at AAA for a good portion of the season. Called up middle of this month. Here's the 1-1. Swung on. There's a slow tapper back to the mound. Fielded clean by Bibey, who throws to first in time for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Still 1-0 Cleveland, and Tim Tawa will step in. Enbridge Gas, Ohio would like to remind you, whether you're an individual or a contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have those underground utilities marked. Tawa bounced to third his first time up. 1-0 Cleveland. Top half of the fifth inning. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Good four-seamer that time at 94 miles an hour. And pitching coach Carl Willis saying that's been the big key, the usage of the four-seam and then two-seam fastball. One sinks, one doesn't. The 0-1 swung on, and it's popped up high in the air to right. Cruising in and over a little bit toward right center. Making the catch is Martinez, and it is another strong inning for Tanner Bibee. Setting him down in order. We head to the bottom of the fifth.
Fly ball into shallow left. Diving catch, Randall Grichuk.
Well, that's a great play, but you could tell the whole time that he was running toward that ball, he knew it was going to take a dive.
Going back on a Waldschmidt, still going back on the warning track. He leaps and makes the catch. Crashing face first into the fence. What a grab by Ryan Waldschmidt for the second out.
And McKinstry digs one out to the gap in right center field.
Yes,
Cowser takes it away.
Oh, the milkman.
Holy Cowser.
Forget that. Lindor puts the icing on the cake with a long 3-run homer. His second home run of the night. A 6 RBI game for Lindor.
Base hit! Hits that losing streak goodbye! And good night! Griffin Conine walks it off! And the Marlins score 3 in the ninth to win it!
fun throughout the game. Get your tickets today at CLEGuardians.com.
One nothing, Cleveland leading as they are still trying to break through and open things up against Mitch Bratt. And Bratt fires one low and in, but it caught the corner on Austin Hedges for strike one. Hedges fly to right his first time up. Bratt with the 0-1 on a outside corner for a strike. So it's quickly 0-2 on Austin Hedges. Facing the 23-year-old from the Toronto suburbs, Mitch Bratt. 5 starts in his major league career now. 0-2 the count on Hedges. Here it comes. Swung on, and that's looped down the right side, slicing foul. So it remains 0-2. Hedges still rolling along. Last 24 games hitting at a .332 clip. What a year it has been offensively for Hedges. Average-wise, his best in the major leagues. He came in batting .282. Here's the 0-2 from Bratt. Fastball missed outside. And again, that fastball, that might have been his quickest at 92. But it shows if you change speeds and have some decent command, you can be effective. The 1-2, up and in. 2-2 the count. Went with a curveball that time. Stephen Kwan is next, and then the top of the lineup, Angel Martinez. Guardians with a run on 2 hits. Diamondbacks, no runs, 1 hit. Tanner Bybee getting it done for Cleveland through 5. Now the 2-2 to Austin Hedges. He swings and lifts it high in the air to left, but not deep. Kepler ranging near the line, makes the catch, and he did it in foul territory for the first out in the inning. So 1 away for the number 9 hitter tonight, Stephen Kwan. Well, it's time to rally for the cure. Join Velasano Bike to Cure September 18th and 19th and help fuel life-saving cancer research at Cleveland Clinic. Register at velasano.org. Here's Kwan, singled his first time up. The pitch to him. On the inside corner, strike 1. Kwan continuing what has been a torrid stretch for more than a month now. The 0-1. Fastball up high. 1-1 the count. Last 30 games hitting at a .347 clip. These are the stretches. His first 3 seasons for sure, and early on last season were commonplace. The 1-1 on the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 the count. He battled first 3 months of this season, but never gave up the hope that if he kept working at it, he would unlock what makes him effective, and he has been doing just that. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, looped foul high and deep down the left side, but well foul. So we'll do it again on 1-2 to Stephen Kwan, with the Guardians leading by a 1-0 score in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Here's Bratt's pitch on 1-2. Up and in, brushed him back. 2-2 the count. Diamondbacks not that far removed from a World Series appearance in 2023, the year Texas won it all in October. Now the 2-2 pitch to Kwan. Here it is. Swung on, line drive, left center field. That gets down for a base hit. Cut off in the gap by Kepler. Kwan's going to try for 2, and he's in with a double. Stephen Kwan, I mean, is dialed in as well as we've seen in a while. 2 for 2, a single up the middle, and then a gapper to left center for the double. His 14th on the season. Runner in scoring position now for the Guardians. Top of the lineup, Angel Martinez steps in. Martinez lined to left his first time up, and then sacrificed last time in the 3rd inning. Hitting in the leadoff spot tonight. Just back from 5 weeks on the injured list with a broken foot. And Martinez still hitless since returning at 0 for 16, but he was saying at his locker before the game tonight, he feels good. He just said, I'm not getting the results, but that happens. But he feels like his swing is there, and he's had good at-bats. It just hasn't translated into base hits just yet. And his first time up, he hit a solid line drive to left, but right at Max Kepler. Here's the pitch. And it's low and in to Martinez for ball 1. Most importantly, that left foot that he broke on a foul ball at the plate back in mid-June, that is 100%. Now Moreno, the catcher, heads out to the mound to have a chat with Brad. And the Diamondbacks have some activity going in their bullpen. Taylor Clark, a right-hander, has begun to throw. As we might be getting near the end for Brad. He's at 76 pitches. But Torey Lovullo, his manager, he's gotten almost 5 innings out of Brad of effective baseball. His team's down by just a run here in the 5th inning. And he's trying to squeeze another inning out of him if he can and stay close. All right, mound meeting complete. Martinez digs back in. Kwan out at second. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got the slider past him. Martinez a little bit late that time. And it's 1-1 on Angel Martinez. 1-0 Cleveland. Boy, they'd love to add a little bit more here. The 1-1. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Backhand stop Arenado. Long throw to first. Got him. Advancing to third on the play is Kwan as he waited for the throw. And once that was on its way to first, he took off for third, and he gets there easily. But again, anything but a routine play by the third baseman, Nolan Arenado, but he makes it look easy. I mean, off balance, having to go to the backhand for the pickup, and he put that throw right on the money with some mustard on it. They're going to walk Jose Ramirez intentionally, so with Kwan at third, Ramirez does not get the chance to drive him in. But the Guardians, they'll take their chances with Chase DeLauter. DeLauter's 0 for 2 tonight, had an opportunity in his last at-bat with a runner at third, but could not get the run in. Same scenario here, except it's first and third. DeLauter, what a rookie season it's been. Left on left here, and that's been a good thing for him. The pitch, check swing, foul at home plate, 0-1. DeLauter came in hitting .371 against the lefties. Hey, don't forget, you can experience the wildest show in baseball as the Party Animals, part of the group that travels with the Savannah Bananas. They bring their one-of-a-kind, high-energy entertainment to Progressive Field September 25th and 26th. Tickets limited. Lock them in at premium.cleguardians.com. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball, low and outside. Some good spots still remaining for the Party Animals visit, including private suites, KeyBank's North Coast Social Club, and the Echo Victory Club. Here comes the 1-1 to DeLauter. Swung on, popped him up, left field. Easy play for Kepler. He's there, makes the catch, side retired. We head to the 6th. Guardians 1, the Diamondbacks nothing.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so. David Peterson on the pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat, which hits the netting and stays right there. How about that? Wow.
Clanked it, hit him in the head, and oh no. That could be a home run. That is a home run, almost Canseco style.
Hey, Willie, you can do whatever you like, but I really don't think you want to do it this way.
No, Raymond is fishing for trout, apparently, there.
Oh, DJ Kitty has now entered the picture with Raymond, and the standoff is over.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Well, another white knuckler. We're getting used to it, aren't we, folks? There are a lot of them when it comes to the Cleveland Guardians this year. And this is another dandy. 1-0 Cleveland, 6th inning. Tanner Bybee against Ryan Waldschmidt. And the pitch up and in, ball 1. What a night Tanner Bybee is having. He made 10 pitches last inning. He's made 65 through 5 shutout innings. The kick and delivery, and it's in there, a strike, 1-1 the count. Hi again, everybody. This is Tom Hamilton back with you on this beautiful Friday night on the shores of Lake Erie, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze. Cleveland 1 run, 3 hits. Arizona nothing on 1 hit. Waldschmidt, with the only Arizona hit, takes a strike. He had a single to center in the 3rd. That's the only hit off Tanner Bybee, who's also hit 2 batters. Meanwhile, Cleveland's got the game's only run. Jose Ramirez walked, stole second, scored on a Reese Hoskins single in the 1st. Now the 1-2 delivery. And it's a touch high, ball 2, 2-2. Get you updated this inning on the on-a-town scoreboard, and it's brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Bybee the kick and delivery, and it's fouled upstairs. We'll do it again at 2-2. Pittsburgh is outslugging Cincinnati 7-5, 8th inning in the southwest part of the state. Philly leads Baltimore 4-2. They're in the 6th. Now the 2-2 pitch, swung on, lifted high in the air to center field. Stephen Kwan coming in to grab it and retire Waldschmidt. And so far the news regarding the Philadelphia Phillies is no more war of words with Dave Dombrowski, Don Mattingly, and Bryce Harper. So a rather calm day for the Phils. 1-0 St. Louis leads Toronto in the 6th. White Sox have jumped all over Tampa in St. Pete, mind you. 6-1 White Sox in the 6th inning. Backdoor curve stays on the porch, and Corbin Carroll, the leadoff hitter, who's 0 for 2, takes ball 1. 6th inning, Miami leads the Mets 4-1. Bybee into the motion. Here it comes. And it's in there to even the count. Atlanta, 2-1 lead over Washington in the 6th. Houston, Texas scoreless in the 2nd. Earlier today at Wrigley, Yankees shut out the Cubs 2-0. Now the 1-1. Swung on, drilled to right field, but right there, Angel Martinez with a chin-high catch. The few balls Arizona's hit hard have been atom balls. 2 down. Cleveland with a 1-0 lead. Tanner Bybee with a one-hit masterpiece in the 6th. And Geraldo Perdomo, the switch-hitting shortstop with a ground out and a line out, stepping to the plate. Got to remember, Arizona is a good offensive ball club. The pitch. A swing and a little soft liner up the middle, base hit into center for Perdomo. Second Arizona hit. Of the 30 major league teams, Arizona ranks 13th in the major leagues in runs scored, 4.5 runs a game. They don't hit many home runs, third fewest, but they have the 6th most doubles. OPS, they're 21st. But they've really been playing well. And since July 9th, they've been one of the better teams in baseball. Here's Gabriel Moreno taking a strike. On July 8th, Arizona was 5.5 games out of the last wild card spot on July 9th. 3 weeks ago. The 0-1 outside. They are 12-5 since then. And now they're the number 2 wild card team in the National League. Moreno has fouled out, been hit by a pitch. Right-handed hitting catcher and a good one. The 1-1 from Bybee. Down low, smothered by Hedges. Ball squirts out in front of the plate. Perdomo stays put at first. 1-0 Cleveland. Packed house here at Progressive Field on a gorgeous Friday night in Northeast Ohio. 79 degrees at game time. No breeze whatsoever. Bybee's ready in the 2-1 pitch to Moreno. And before it's made, a throw to first, and Perdomo dives back. Third time now through the order for Arizona. Good news for Cleveland. Had an off day yesterday, another one Monday. So the bullpen in great shape. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air. Deep left center field. Kwan on the run. Kwan on the track. The center fielder in left center retires Moreno. It's the middle of the 6th. 1-0 Cleveland on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Hey, Guardians fans, Medical Mutual cares.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards. Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. You know, someone that's just mailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Well, Arizona has got to be thrilled. They've got a couple of youngsters up from the minor leagues getting starts because of 3 different starting pitchers that have gone on the injured list this season at various times and are still on the injured list. And one of those was Mitch Brandt. The young left-hander came in tonight with a 6.32 ERA and pitched his best game as a major leaguer. He held Cleveland to 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 2, walked 4 in 5 innings. Now right-hander Taylor Clark. Kyle Manzardo to pinch hit for Rhys Hoskins, and the pitch is low, ball 1. You don't very often see the cleanup hitter lifted for a pinch hitter. The set by Clark, now the kick and delivery, and it's waved at 1-1. Clark, mid-90s, sinker, cutter, slider change. And Clark making his 49th appearance, 2.23 ERA. What's amazing, in this day and age, when you talk about bullpens throughout baseball, as Clark delivers to Manzardo down low, this guy has struck out 25 in 48 innings. That's it. You'll almost never see anybody out of a bullpen anymore that doesn't average at least a strikeout an inning. Clark's pitch, and Manzardo pulls it down the right field line, foul. Rhys Hoskins, when he was in there tonight, drove in Cleveland's only run, a BB off the top of the 19-foot wall and left in the first inning, an RBI single, and that's your ball game. Rhys Hoskins walked the other time up. Kyle Manzardo will pinch hit, then stay in the game and take over at first. Now the kick and the next offering, and it's foul tip into the catcher's mitt, and a strikeout of Manzardo for Taylor Clark. 1 down. Cleveland does love to use pinch hitters. We'll see if David Fry gets to bat. Nope. Petey Halpin's on deck to bat for him. Brian Rocchio batting left-handed. 0 for 2, and he skies the first pitch in the air, fouled, third base side. This should get over the net, and does. This is Rocchio's first at bat tonight, left-handed. The 0-1, and it's swung on, lifted in the air to shallow center. Coming in is Walt Schmidt. Rocchio out number 2. Now the pinch hitter, Petey Halpin. David Fry had popped up and walked, and now his night is over. Petey Halpin will stay in the game. He'll play center field, and then Stephen Kwan will move from center to left. Two down, nobody on. 1-0 Cleveland. Halpin takes one in the dirt, ball 1. Well, the ballpark pass still on sale. It begins tomorrow. Tomorrow's August. 14 home games in August for $59. Get it at CLEGuardians.com. The pitch down low, ball 2, 2-0. Kate Smith bobblehead giveaway, fireworks tomorrow night. Now the 2-0 to Halpin, and he sends one in the air, shallow center. Perdomo backpedals, shortstop makes the catch, and a 10-pitch inning for Taylor Clark. 1-0 Cleveland. We've played 6. This is the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte. In the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Here it comes. Swung on and hit high in the air. Deep right center field. It's got a chance, Thomas, at the wall, and it is off the wall, and it bounces by both fielders. Caratini scores. Lee's going to score. Royce Lewis has tripled home the winning runs.
3-2 offering. Swung on in the air. Right center field and deep. Back goes the center fielder. Leaping at the wall. It is caught. Oh, I don't believe it. What a catch by Dane Myers.
Tom blasts another one dead center field. An unbelievable night here at Dodger Stadium.
Sandy Alcantara on his 97th pitch gets through 7 shutout innings.
The Tigers score in every inning with a 19-hit attack. Final score, the Tigers even up this series at a game apiece.
Seventh inning, 1-0 Cleveland. Cleanup man, Ketel Marte batting left-handed, leads it off and looks at a strike on the inside half. No breeze, still 79 degrees. Near capacity crowd here at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. Now the wind and the 0-1. And it's outside. And it's a 1-1 count. Tanner Bybee, 1 strikeout. He's hit 2 batters.
43, Jonathan Loaizica now warming in the Arizona bullpen, 43.
But he only made 79 pitches through the first 6 innings. The pitch, way outside. Curveball didn't curve. Right-handers Colin Holderman in the Cleveland bullpen and Jonathan Loaizica in the Dbacks bullpen warming out in right center. All those fans on the concourse looking down into the Dbacks bullpen. The pitch, and it's in there, a strike, 2-2. Corbin, should say Ketel Marte, slapping his right thigh with his right hand, mad that he didn't swing at that pitch. Now the 2-2. Up high, full count. You can't make a mistake on this guy. 19 bombs, 11 of them left-handed. Max Kepler on deck. Here's the kick and the payoff. And he just missed low and away. Cleveland challenging the call.
Catcher's challenge.
Is it ball 4 or is the call overturned and it's a strikeout? Survey says it's a strikeout. The call overturned. Austin Hedges having a night. Challenging calls. Home plate umpire Will Little going, ooh, not again. Here's Max Kepler 0 for 2. Boy, when he first came up with the Twins, you were like, oh boy, do they have something special. The pitch, and he rips one into right field, and diving, caught by Martinez. A sinking liner, and Martinez with a diving catch to take a hit away from Kepler. And Max Kepler, 2 different times against Cleveland, had 3 home runs in a game. Once he had all 3 off Trevor Bauer, and that's when Trevor Bauer was in his peak. Out number 2. That'll bring up Nolan Arenado. 2 down in the 7th. Cleveland up 1-0. Arenado ground out, pop up. Righty, and he swings, pops it up. Foul ground, third base side. Caught by catcher Austin Hedges. And for Tanner Bybee, that ends up being an 8-pitch inning. He's got a chance to come out for the 8th.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
One, 2, 3 inning for Taylor Clark, and now a guy we saw a lot of with the New York Yankees, right-hander Jonathan Loaizaga. 1-0 Cleveland, bottom of the 7th. Travis Bazzana 0 for 2. Loaizaga's pitch swung on, foul back. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Bazzana jumped all over it, but he fouled it back. Only run coming on the Reese Hoskins RBI single in the first. Loaizaga from the set, high hold and pitch, and it's over but low, 1-1. Loaizaga sets, fires, and Bazzana hits a high chopper to first. Easy play for Tawa. 1 down. Jonathan Loaizaga is throwing his sinker in the upper 90s. Also has a fastball, cutter, curve, changeup. Loaizaga, 46th appearance, 2 wins, a save, 2.57 ERA. Not a bad bullpen for Arizona. Their problem is they no longer have a designated closer. Here's Austin Hedges 0 for 2. The pitch, and it's outside. Paul Sewald had been the closer, but earned an average of .526, and he's lost that role. Now the set and next delivery, and it's fouled at the plate. 1-1 the count. Boy, nothing will tear apart a team quicker than not knowing or having a guy you can count on in the 9th inning. Loaizaga's pitch outside, a ball, 2-1. Of course, this is the time of year with the trading deadline, 6 o'clock Monday. Everybody in baseball is trying to add bullpen arms. Now the 2-1 delivery, and it's swung on, fouled, third base side. 2-2 the count. You cannot have enough good arms in the bullpen, and especially if you're in a playoff picture and you're playing in October, the bullpen really comes to the forefront. Now the 2-2. Got him swinging. Good changeup. Loizaga strikes out of Hedges. 2 down, 7th inning, 1-0 Cleveland. Here's Stephen Kwan, single and a double here tonight. Well, we'll get you a station ID if anyone would ever remind us. So stay tuned, all of you along the network. The pitch to Stephen Kwan. And it's in there, a strike. Some of us evidently are between pitches, hustling over to the marble room to get another strip steak. Now the 0-1 pitch to Stephen Kwan. Backed him off the plate, 1-1 the count. Cleveland has 3 hits in the game. Arizona has 2. Now the 1-1 delivery. And it's fouled back to the netting. 1-2 the count as we pause for station ID. Now the 1-2 delivery. And it's a touch high. 4th sellout of the season here tonight. 36,639. Now the 2-2 to Kwan. 1-0 Cleveland. We're in the 7th. And he takes down low, and the string is out. The payoff delivery. Fouled it back, Stephen Kwan. He is so locked in right now. It's just a complete reversal of what we've seen the last few years. Stephen Kwan in the past has been so good pre-All-Star break. Faded second half. Total opposite this year. Again, the payoff delivery. And again, fouled back. And this will be at least an 8-pitch at bat. 1-0 Cleveland. Kwan has 2 of Cleveland's 3 hits. The other belonging to Rhys Hoskins. Again, the payoff pitch. Outside, he walked him. What an at-bat. Pitch number 8 becomes ball 4, top of the order, and Angel Martinez. Switch hitter will bat left-handed for the first time tonight. He is 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. White Sox still beating up Tampa, 6-1 in the 8th inning. Tampa, the best team in baseball when playing at home, but not tonight. Loizaga delivers, and the pitch popped up into shallow left center. Kepler, the left fielder, will make the catch. 8th is next. Cleveland 1, Arizona nothing. This is the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
On dives ahead. He makes the catch, got a double play. He throws into second to turn 2. There's some gold for you right there.
Jun-Hoo makes the catch. He's all over the place this afternoon.
The lead off the 5th. Dylan Cruz into the corner.
here. A lunging catch. Okay, I see you, Dylan.
Lopez will come home. The tag, they still got him anyway. Oh, that is a great play by Liam Hicks behind the plate.
De La Cruz is over, and he jumps, and he makes the catch. He got to a spot, reeled it in.
That's a laser to short, and a beautiful grab by Velasquez.
Albies over to first. Pete Alonso smothers it and floats it accurately. Gets a point and a head nod.
Great play, Kryler. The pick, the pop, throws him out with a scoop and saved by Lewis. To right field, Suzuki back, and Seiya makes the catch. It's a 1-0 Cleveland lead. Tanner Bybee has had to be at his best, and he has been. 8th inning, bottom third of the order. The DH, left-handed batting, Adrian Del Castillo. 0 for 2. Bybee's pitch fouled back, strike one. Eric Sabrowski and Colin Holderman up in the Cleveland pen. One thing about Arizona, they have hit the third fewest home runs in all of baseball. 2 fewer than Cleveland. That pitch just a bit wide, 1-1. But of course, in a 1-0 game, it's kind of a moot point. Now the windup and the 1-1. Outside ball 2, 2-1. Now we got the latest rumor on the baseball trade deadline. The Yankees are interested in every player in baseball. Here's the kick in the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Great changeup.
I feel like they did that last year, too.
Man, I guess I could become an insider. Now the 2-2 delivery. A swing and a miss. Struck him out. Rosie, I hear from my sources that the Yankees are going hard after Tarek Skubal, Casey Mize, Mason Miller, and the entire Miami Marlins farm system. And in return, they're going to give away a Mickey Mantle jersey. Here's Tim Tawa, ground out, fly out. Right-hander, right-hander. Into the motion, here it comes. A swing and a miss. Good-looking slider down and away. Boy, Bybee's had everything working tonight. He's had 93 pitches here in the 8th inning. 1-0 Cleveland. Into the motion, he lets it rip. And a bunt attempt pulled back, and the pitch high. 1-1. Almost attempted, pulled the bat back, so Tawa with a 1-1 count. You spell his last name T-A-W-A. It is pronounced Tawa. The pitch. And he foul tips it into the catcher's mitt, and his batting helmet goes flying off his head. 1-2 the count on Tawa. Tim Tawa. An Oregon native. The pitch to him, down and away. He was some kind of football player. He was the 3-time Oregon State High School Player of the Year as a quarterback. His coach, former NFL quarterback Chris Miller. The pitch down low, full count. How would you like to be in high school and your head coach was a 10-year NFL quarterback? Played at Stanford. The pitch, and he draws a walk. Bybee missed outside. That's the first walk given up by Bybee. Decision time for manager Stephen Vogt. Here comes pitching coach Carl Willis. 1 out, 1 on. 1-0 Cleveland. We're in the 8th inning.
Ryan Waldschmidt, the batter, number 9 hitter, has singled, flied out. Cleveland leading 1-0 in the RBI single in the first by Rhys Hoskins. On the Major League Scoreboard, brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers, Reds did beat the Pirates 8-7. Yankees shut out the Cubs today 2-0. White Sox beating up Tampa Bay 6-1 in the 8th. Philly, Baltimore 4-4 in the 7th. St. Louis, Toronto 1-1 in the 7th. Miami leading the Mets 5-1 in the 7th. Houston a 3-0 lead on Texas in the 3rd. Atlanta pounding Washington 6-1 in the 7th. We have a lot of games. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games on the West Coast tonight. All right, the pitch swung on a dribbler, third base side, foul, 30 feet from home plate. Bybee got on top of it as soon as it trickled foul. Waldschmidt back to the batter's box with an 0-1 count, 1 out, 1 on. Cleveland 1, Arizona 0. I dare say earlier in the year, Stephen Vogt would have gone and gotten Tanner Bybee after that walk. But he is letting his veteran right-hander, who's been magnificent again tonight, at least face one more hitter here. Probably Sabrowski next for Corbin Carroll. The pitch swung on a little looping liner into center. That's going to drop base hit. So a little flare single to center for Waldschmidt, the 3rd hit in the game for the Diamondbacks. They've got the tying run at second, go-ahead run at first, and Stephen Vogt coming out of the dugout to make a call to the bullpen presented by Spartan Storm Shield, the roof system to last your lifetime. Visit SpartanStormShield.com. They're already rising to their feet here at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario, and a thunderous ovation and richly deserved for Tanner Bybee, who strides to the third base dugout. He was superb again tonight, making 100 pitches, leaves with a 1-0 lead.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
He's still back. He will leap, and he caught it. Luis Lara up against the wall.
Deep left center field. Punched it in Martin, but it is Byron who caught that ball.
Collins is onto the track. He's at the fence. He leaps. He grabs it. He robs Riley Green of a grand slam.
Nico steals a run. Heads up play and great athleticism.
Harris leaped, and he just robbed him. What a play by Michael Harris.
Bellinger goes back. He leaps. He's got it.
That's why he has that gold patch on his glove.
Going back to the track near the wall. Jumps up and makes a remarkable catch.
Bends under it. Makes the one-hand catch. Here comes Freeman. Here comes the throw. It's a good one. The slide. Oh, that's a play.
It's a squibbing ground off on the arrow diving play. From his knees, he throws out Bohm. Coming on Cam Smith with a sliding catch. Cam takes one away from Murakami.
Stopping short by Williamson. Gets up and throws him out at first to retire the side.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Eric Sabrowski, one of the best left-handed setup men in the game. He'll face the left-handed hitting leadoff man Corbin Carroll. 1-0 Cleveland, 8th inning. Dbacks at first and second, one down. Sabrowski misses low, ball 1. Sabrowski, 20 holds, 4 wins, a 3.48 ERA, 52 strikeouts in 31 innings. The 1-0 pitch. Way outside, 2-0. Tim Tawa, the tying run at second. Ryan Waldschmidt, the go-ahead run at first. One down, eighth inning. Corbin Carroll, 0 for 3. The pitch to him, and he rips one to deep right, but foul. Wow. 2-1 the count. He got a fastball and smoked it. Might be the last fastball he sees based on that swing. Outfield deep and around toward the right. Now the 2-1 delivery, and before it's made, a turn but no throw to second. Well, Cleveland's bullpen has been one of the preeminent bullpens in the game. Put to the test here tonight. 1-0 Cleveland. D-backs first and second, one down in the eighth. The 2-1 pitch, and it's down low. Missed with a fastball again. 3-1 the count. A very pensive sellout crowd at Progressive Field. Now the 3-1, way high, not even close. And Sabrowski walks the left-handed hitter. And they're loaded now with one down for the switch-hitting Geraldo Perdomo. He'll bat right-handed for the first time tonight. 1 for 3, a single. Colin Holderman has been throwing, it seems like forever. Now Matt Festa and Hunter Gaddis are throwing. Infield partway in, pitch in the dirt, blocked by Hedges. And Sabrowski's not remotely close to the strike zone. So Tawa, Waldschmidt, Carroll, the base runners. Infielders just a little bit deeper than the baseline. The 1-0 pitch. And a fastball in there for a strike. Since coming off the injured list, Sabrowski's command has not been quite as good as it was prior. He fires, and the pitch drilled to right. That's a base hit. Tawa scores. Everybody else moves up. It's a 1-1 game. And Perdomo with his 38th RBI, and the bases are still loaded. Still only one out. And the 3-hole hitter, and arguably Arizona's best hitter, Gabriel Moreno, coming to the plate. And right now, Eric Sabrowski, because of his struggles throwing strikes, is primarily throwing fastballs, and Arizona is whacking it. Moreno, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch. He has 12 RBIs in his last 8 games. He takes a breaking ball down and in, ball 1. Again, the infielders halfway in. The pitch, a swing and a liner, base hit right field. Arizona takes the lead. Ball skips by Martinez. Waldschmidt and Carroll score. Into second with a head-first dive is Moreno. To third is Perdomo. That'll be an RBI single and an error on Martinez. And Arizona has now taken a 3-1 lead. And that'll bring out Stephen Vogt and another pitching change when we come back.
Since day one of your child's life, you've been all hands in. At Cleveland Clinic Children's, we make our patients a very similar promise to be the hands you can trust, no matter what specialty care is needed. As Northeast Ohio's trusted children's hospital, when their health needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Learn more at clevelandclinicchildrens.org/hands.
Crochet goes down awkwardly on the mound.
He caught the ball in the hat. So whose ball is it? It's a good question. I'm going to have to ask that lady from Philly.
Meanwhile, out the Cove, this game is sort of check and see what the score is.
I saw Rizzo jersey trying to make the play on it. Did it be? Rizzo, no, he hadn't. He literally hit it right to him.
That's why I'm retired, is what he
just said.
2-2 the count. Pitch to Alvarez, hit in the air to deep left field. Forget it. This one sails into the second deck behind the 358 mark.
Alvarez follows up with a bomb. Oh my goodness, top tank. Santa Maria.
To the classic swing and stare and take the slow trot up the line. A look into the dugout, flexing that bicep. That was a shot. A classic Alvarez bomb.
Gaddis, and we've seen Sabrowski, and now we'll see Festa. And for Tanner Bybee, he can now lose this game. He cannot win it. He goes 7 1/3 brilliant innings, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits, struck out 3, walked a batter, hit 2. Eric Sabrowski faced 3 batters, gave up 2 hits and a walk. Infield in for Marte, batting left-handed. The pitch, and it's down low, ball 1. Festa's 46th appearance, 2 wins, a save, and a 4.5 ERA. And Mattel trying to remove all doubt. Ketel Marte. And he pops it up. This could be playable. Coming to the backstop is Hedges. It'll sneak over the netting into the seats. And a 1-1 count on Marte, who's struck out twice and been hit by a pitch. But Arizona's home run leader with 19, RBI leader with 61, even though the guy that's at second, Gabriel Moreno, has been their best hitter now for a couple of months. Marte possesses the most thump. Now the 1-1. And it's high, snap throw to third, and back standing is Perdomo. Well, for Tanner Bybee, it's deja vu. He got 1 run to work with tonight. Now Arizona with 3 here in the 8th. The pitch, checked on a pitch down low, 3-1. The 3-1, swung on, ripped into right. There's the base hit. That'll score Perdomo. Moreno stops at third. 4-1 Arizona. As Marte with his 62nd RBI as he lashes an RBI single to right off Matt Festa. Diamondbacks at the corners now. 4 here in the 8th inning. And Arizona came into this 8th inning shut out on 2 hits. Now first and third for Max Kepler. In a rare night where Cleveland's bullpen has not answered the call. The pitch, Kepler with a weak bouncer to second, Bassano to second, 1. Rocchio turned it. Oh, did they need that inning-ending double play. But it's a 4-1 Arizona lead, middle of the 8th.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs.
These are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Kevin Ginkel is coming on. He's a right-handed reliever who half the time throws a slider. He's the two-pitch guy, as he'll throw a mid-90s fastball and a slider. And the right-hander takes over in the 8th inning after Jonathan Loizaga worked a scoreless 7th. And Arizona's got a 4-1 lead. And Ginkel makes his 49th appearance. 4 wins, 10 holds, ERA 3.18. Batting for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez takes, and it's up high, ball 1. Barossa takes over in center, and Vargas at first defensively for Arizona. 8th inning, Cleveland's first inning run. That's been it. They're down 4-1 as Ramirez sends one out of play behind the plate. They count 1-1. Jose Ramirez, a fly out, 2 walks. The next pitch, down and away, a ball. 2 balls and a strike. The set by Ginkel, the pitch, and it's swung on, hit in the air, deep center. Barossa's back. Barossa on the track, makes the catch. 1 down. That'll bring up Chase DeLauder, 3 flyouts so far tonight. Kevin Ginkel, 6'4", 235. Ginkel, now 32 years of age, played at the University of Arizona. First pitch high, ball 1 to DeLauder. Ginkel's been a part of this Arizona Diamondback bullpen since 2019. The pitch, and it's swung on, a weak bouncer to the second baseman. Marte will throw out DeLauder. Here's Kyle Manzardo, struck out his only time up. 2 outs, nobody on base. 4-1, Arizona on top of Cleveland here in the 8th. See your Northern Ohio dealers that carry the Toyota Tacoma. Powerful, efficient, max hybrid. Pitch is upstairs a ball. Toyota, let's go places. Now the 1-0 pitch, and it's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. 4-1, Diamondbacks lead it. We're in the 8th. The next offering, and Ginkel backdoored him with a slider, but just missed. Ball 2, 2-1. Hey, Marathon's here to keep you and your team fueled all summer long. Marathon, driven together. Now the 2-1 delivery. Down a wave chop, 2-2 on a slider. Sellout crowd. The 2-2, and it's hit in the air. Not deep. Right center field. Barossa, the center fielder. And it's another quick inning for a Arizona reliever, this time Kevin Ginkel. 4-1 Diamondbacks, 8 in the books on the Cleveland Clinic radio.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yeah.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
No, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Taps the plate. It'll trickle down the third baseline. The Mariners are going to let it roll. Lenny Randall gets down on his hands and knees and blows on it like a curler, and it goes foul.
I have never seen that before in baseball. If this is allowed, that will be part of the arsenal, I'm sure, of the third baseman from now on.
Make you forget Laurel and Hardy in a hurry.
It's going to go as a base hit.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Will Dion's coming on to pitch the ninth inning. 4-1 Arizona, and the little lefty gets a strike in there to Nolan Arenado. Matt Festa 2/3 of a scoreless inning. Diamondbacks, 4 runs, 4 hits in the 8th. The pitch swung on a weak topper off the end of the bat to the second baseman. Bassano got to it quickly to throw out Arenado. Here's Adrian Del Castillo. Dion, in 10 outings this year, no decisions, a .458 earned run average. Left on left, the pitch. Waved at, strike one. The next delivery, swung on, popped him up foul behind the plate out of play. Getting a chance for the save tonight is going to be Brandon Garcia. He's the only left-hander in the Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen. He has 2 saves, but they've taken Paul Sewald out of that role, and Garcia is going to get the opportunity in the bottom of the inning against Rocio Helpin Bazzana. The 0-2 pitch, and Del Castillo slices it foul down the left side. Still an 0-2 count. If things don't change, looks like the White Sox are going to win. They're up 6-1, bottom of the 9th in Tampa. That would give the White Sox a 3-game lead over Cleveland. The pitch just missed wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dion's ready, and the pitch swung on and missed. Strikes out Del Castillo. That is out number 2 here in the 9th. That'll bring to the plate for his first at bat. Vargas. Vargas has been swinging well. Ildemaro Vargas. He is a switch hitter, batting right-handed. Vargas took over at first last inning, takes a strike. On the year, Vargas batting .275, 7 homers, 50 RBIs. Ildemaro Vargas. Dion's ready. Here it comes. Down low. 1-1. Jorge Barroso waits on deck. He took over in center. The pitch pulled foul through the third base coaching box. 1-2. Four to 1 Arizona. We're in the ninth. 2 outs, nobody on base. Dion's ready. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced on the ground sharply to short. Bobbled, recovered by Rocchio. The throw got him by an eyelash. Bottom of the ninth, 4 to 1. Arizona's got the lead, and it is final from St. Pete. White Sox roll over Tampa Bay 6-1. We'll be back.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Valley slams it deep left center. Kittle turning around. Goodbye, home run. No, it hit the roof. It hit the roof and came back in. He may have it inside the park home run. No, they're going to hold him. They can't. He went through the sign. Fisk has got him. There's one for the books.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Pride of Newport, Rhode Island, left-hander Brandon Garcia coming on to try to get the save. Garcia inherits a 4-1 lead. So far, Clark, Loizaga, Ginkel, each working a scoreless inning in relief. This guy throws upper 90s sinkers, cutters, sliders, and he pops one in there, a strike at 97. Garcia getting a chance to save a game, 2 for 2 in that department, a 2.17 ERA. He's ready. Here it comes. And it's swung on, rolled to short by Rocchio. His counterpart, Perdomo, throws him out. One down in the ninth, 4-1, Arizona. P.D. Halpin coming to the plate, left on left. Popped up as a pinch hitter. Garcia started his collegiate career at Quinnipiac, then transferred to Texas A&M. He came from Seattle in the Josh Naylor trade last summer. The pitch, and it's fouled upstairs for a strike. 7:15, the first pitch tomorrow night. Let's see, tomorrow night, Parker Messick against Cole Drake. The pitch swung on, banged towards short, and it is caught. A little sinking liner, helping lines out, 2 down. And here's Travis Mazzano, 0 for 3. Cleveland got a run in the first. Rhys Hoskins, an RBI single. Cleveland with 2 hits since the first inning. And Arizona with the lead, 4-1. We're in the 9th, 2 down, nobody on. And the pitch, waved at, strike 1. Now through Wednesday, you could win a Guardians Edition F-150 Raptor truck thanks to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Go to GuardiansF150Sweeps.com. The pitch, waved at. Boy, he's just going to keep pounding him with sliders. He has got a wicked one. And based on those 2 swings, there better not be anything more than a slider coming from Garcia. Here it comes. And he got him on a slider. That's your ball game. Arizona wins it 4-1.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
6th pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at-bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal.
How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the 3rd. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogarts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
Pete Crow Armstrong is a walking highlight reel in the outfield, but on Monday night, he put together an offensive tape for the ages with his first career cycle. The Cubs star has been on a tear in June, posting an OPS north of 1,000